Anyway, I also got another email. This is, again, folks, we got fans all over the world, and I know a lot of people are going to call bullshit that we have fans in Saudi Arabia, but I want to thank the several people on Twitter who took the freeze frame, the still frame of the guy wearing the Cornette face shirt by the ramp at Night of Champions and says, so we know they're there. It could have been this fellow. Although it come to think of it, they were in Saudi Arabia. It may just have been a excommunicated head floating around. Now I'm not going to joke because I'm going to apologize to some people here in a second, Brian.
Oh, now you? Now you're doing this? This is the new thing?
This show is going to be a theme where you see that I'm nice and polite to people when I'm given the opportunity to be, and I'm treated fairly and spoken to in a respectable fashion. I'm going to apologize to somebody here in a minute over there in Saudi Arabia because I genuinely mean it. So hold on here. Hi, Jim and Brian. See, he's talking to you too. I am a fan from Saudi Arabia. I mentioned it, Yusef. I listened to a clip you guys put out about Punk in Saudi Arabia, and I wanted to clear some stuff up. For starters, while the government here is awful, most of the people do not agree with it. That's something I imagine you can relate to. We are all legitimate wrestling fans, which I'm sure was evident on SmackDown and Night of Champions. We watch WWE religiously. No, we don't get free tickets or be forced at gunpoint to go to shows. We were talking about how similar it is in a hyperbolic way. We were talking about, well, what is this? One of those Korea type of things, Pyongyang, Brian, but we buy tickets just like fans in the U.S. do. Both shows were a legitimate sellout, and 50,000 tickets were sold across 2 days. So that's one thing you never heard anybody talking about was how many people were there, right?
So that ticket sale money goes to the Saudi government? Right? Because it's a sold show, right? I mean, WWE.
It's a sold show. Yeah, they would get for $50 million. I'd hope they'd get the money. I'd shake the fans down for change on the way out. But you don't hear them bragging about, well, we had 30,000 people in one night, or at least 25 and 25. Somehow it totaled 50. Anyway, back to Yusef. While we do buy shows to see WWE, we do not like AEW. Most fans here don't know what it is, but a few friends of mine know who Tony Khan is and call him that crackhead kid.
Oh, come on. This is a bullshit email. From Saudi Arabia, they're calling him that?
Well,
come on.
Hold on now.
Come on.
He says, I'm just telling you what's going on here. I then break the news to him that he's news to them that he's near middle age now, so he can't be a crackhead kid. Fans were offended by CM Punk here because they loved Punk, so his apology meant a lot to us, not because of the government, but because he is someone we all looked up to. We aren't a bunch of terrorists. We are fans and people just like you guys were. WWE comes here once or twice a year, and it's one of the biggest highlights of our lives. Now I'm sorry about that. CM Punk has seemingly been forgiven by most fans. I certainly forgive him. P.S. That apology was not a plant. I am friends with the man Punk apologized to. Whether he planned to do it or not, the fan was not in on it, despite what Uncle Dave claims. In conclusion, please remember, we are big fans just like others. We love Punk, Orton, Ripley, and Bayley. One of those things is not like the other. Please remember that when tearing down the regime, not the country or the people. So, I was thinking about, but his point remains, Brian, whether he is someone from Cleveland impersonating someone from Saudi Arabia or who he purports himself to be. When we were talking about the girls' match, one of the ladies' matches, and talking about the scuba diving outfits that Rhea Ripley and all of them were wearing. And I said, what's wrong with these people? And that was a blanket statement that I should not have made. Because, again, as he said, most of the people don't agree with the government. We've sat here all this time and we've got comfortable being able to say, what's wrong with those people? Well, now everybody around the world is saying, what's wrong with those people about us? And unlike in Saudi Arabia, they have the royal family where they can't get out of it. It's just whoever these people's sperm beneficiaries are.
Yeah, it's a different thing altogether. There's no elections. It's just this family will own this land forever.
We brought this shit on ourselves. So we have actually less fucking moral standing to criticize those people.
First of all, no one was criticizing the Saudi people. We were criticizing.
Well, no, I did. When I said, what's wrong with those people? That's why I'm apologizing. I hereby and publicly apologize to everybody in Saudi Arabia who doesn't think that Rhea Ripley ought to be wearing a scuba diver's outfit to wrestle in. Because it's not the fault of the regime. There's good people over there.
And that's the thing, too, where he says, Punk didn't say anything bad about the Saudi Arabian people or fans. When you say, go suck a blood money covered dick, you're not talking about slap go fud and foobar makafakaloob. You're talking about the government who organized it, who brought the bone saws.
Yes, the Bonesaw McGraw.
That'd be interesting if there was a wrestler in WWE named Bonesaw, whatever, Bonesaw Bruce. Would they bring him over? Yeah.
Go to the Saudi.
See, that's if you don't want to go to Saudi Arabia, that's when they tell you, like, come up with a new name. We're not going to use yours because we want to own you. Come up with a name that'll make sure you don't get booked.
What about Khashoggi?
Khashoggi?
Khashoggi.
Here is Billy. Overthrow the regime, Khashoggi. Yeah, that could be your name.
That probably wouldn't work over there.
No, I don't know.
See, it's all about the different markets.
It's crazy. And again, some of that email, I don't know about the Tony Khan hits, that makes it seem a little suspicious, but this isn't the first or only correspondence we've received from Saudi Arabia in the last couple of weeks or the last couple of years, actually.
And I've not had Hotchkiss run the computerized figures yet, but we know we sold at least one T-shirt to Saudi Arabia. So we got that going for us. See, we're trying to bring people together all around the world.
So if it's a sold show, are the ticket prices high? Or are the ticket prices for the people? You know what I mean? Like, how do you do that?
Well, Youssef, get back with us because I don't know. I don't know what the cost of living or the things are priced like in Saudi Arabia to determine whether if $10 in the goddamn Amazonian rainforest might last you a year or two, but might not be so much anywhere else.
And one thing, and who knows what's what, but other than Dave Meltzer wasn't the only person reporting that fan Muhammad in the WWE hat carefully placed in the front row at the Punk thing that Punk heard over all the other screams of everyone else. Dave Meltzer wasn't the only person reporting that person was a plant. So who knows? Youssef says he knows him, but we also don't know Youssef. I mean, Youssef could be Joe from Chicago. I mean, it could be anyone.
You said that you don't know Youssef, but if you knew Youssef like I knew Youssef, you'd leave Youssef to himself.
Remember when Cat Stevens changed his name to Yusuf Islam and said he was never going to play his songs again? Then he needed money, and then all of a sudden he started playing all his fucking songs again.
I didn't see that. There's the problem. I took him at his word. I thought he was gone and never came back. I never even knew that he flip-flopped on that. So I just, he was always seemed like a man of his word. So when he said, no, fuck it, I don't want to be a goddamn international superstar, rock star selling millions of records. I want to be over here in the mosque or whatever. Well, okay, well, nice knowing you. Morning is broken. He got on the peace train. Right on out of there. Yeah.